I don't want Man United fans to fucking, but as much as I've been impressed with Erik ten Hag, Rashford's averaging a goal every other game. And this is form for him. Yeah. We already know, like, Rashford's going to get goals, don't get me wrong. He's a good player, and I'm really happy to see him, as much as I'm worried about the fucking cup final. I like the lad. How much of the Rashford form has really helped Erik ten Hag? Because if you put that Rashford in a Newcastle side, I think we'd be clear of Man United right now. I mean, I already know we would, statistically. I just, Newcastle have had... What I'm trying to do is compare, like, the Newcastle have had goals chipping in from here, there, and everywhere. We've relied on a whole team. Rashford, when you're relying on one man, the way they have, it's a little dangerous because all the best teams have those guys, don't get me wrong, and you take the best player of any team, I get it, I get the argument, but Man United have been so reliant on Rashford, and it does make me wonder.
You've got to give Ten Hag credit for that, because he took a player who was devoid of confidence last year. He came in, he's built him back up, he's defended him. I think Ten Hag handled the whole Ronaldo situation magnificently well. Yeah. That was the moment for me where I sat back and went, okay, this lad's the real deal. So
this is the Ten Hag management question right now for me is, you've handled Ronaldo very well, you've handled Rashford well. Third thing is, how does he handle Sancho? Because this Sancho mystery of why he went missing for fuck knows how long and God knows what happened. If he gets the best out of Sancho,
unreal.
I'm sold, because that's 3 players that you've dealt with perfectly. The fourth one you could argue is the Mason Greenwood situation, which I don't know if...
Flog him, mate. Just flog him.
I don't know if that'll be down to Ten Hag to decide. I hope not. I think that should be coming... I think the businessmen at the top should be making that kind of decision, personally. But yeah, I've been impressed, and so far so good. But it's like... Let's get on to the Rashford situation, actually, because Marcus Rashford's contract is technically expiring at the end of this season, and they'll have an automatic trigger to renew for another year at the same rate, I believe. But Rashford's got you right where he wants you, because he is Mr. England. Everyone loves him. So marketability.
He's feeding the kids.
Yeah,
he's from Manchester.
Even I like him. Yeah, like, that's how bad it is. Even I like him. Marketing-wise,
he's done great, and we all know he's a good guy, and he's obviously very talented. But he had about 18 months where he looked a shadow. So we know he's great now, but we don't know how long this is for stay in terms of form. He is going to be able to put Man United to the sword and go, PSG want me, Real Madrid want me. I am one of the most desired players in world football. You had Ronaldo here on officially 500 grand a week. Well, what am I worth then? Because I'm the young star.
They're going to have to give him what he wants. There's no two ways about it. The guy's literally saved us this season. And I think if we can see out the season in the top 4, get Champions League, and then go into the summer, I'm like, okay, cool, now let's sell the players we need to and just buy a striker and maybe work on the right back and things like that. Then
but when you say save you, I'm just playing devil's advocate, angel's advocate. When you say save you, right? If you finish, let's say, 3rd, right, and lose the cup final to Newcastle, right?
Let's hope so.
What has his goals actually got you this season? What has he actually done? And this is no slight to Marcus Rashford, because he's on form.
Yeah.
He's playing fantastic.
12 goals in 23 games.
Yeah.
His goal scoring
fantastic. I mean, Harry Kane's got more than that. Bro. He doesn't want him. But okay, cool. In a struggling Spurs side, by the way. No, that's a fact. But what has his goals actually got that warrants you to go, here's a blank check, have what you want?
I think what? Okay. So
1 season of fantastic form.
Let's say, okay, so
some players do that year in, year out, like Harry Kane.
Yeah.
We secure Champions League, so we can attract good players next year. The players that want to play in Europe as well.
But you always attract good players.
Of course,
you're in the Europa League. You just got Casemiro, Varane.
For sure. But
that don't change anything.
I think United want to ball out and get a top striker next year, and I think any top strikers want to play in Champions League. So
who are those top strikers? There's not many of them about.
So I don't know.
We'll get back to that. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I just think comparing Rashford to last season to this season, and just seeing that he's been just the transition alone, it speaks wonders on what he can go on to do under Tag.
My question:
I'd give him 300 grand max. I'd say his 300 grand. Anything more?
You know why he might be worth more than that, Craig? Just to throw this out there, he's homegrown, and Man United made him. How much would it cost you to replace Marcus Rashford?
Exactly.
300 grand plus a transfer fee, and that's why his agent's going to go, and we want all of that in cash, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I still believe his overall game isn't there.
And he's Martinelli's, though.
Not yet.
He's better than Martinelli by 20 mile on a haircut.
I'd expect him to be better than Martinelli at 25 compared to a 21-year-old, no? I mean, we're talking about a player in his peak years right now. I think Rashford's a great goal scorer right now. My question of Rashford is how sustainable is his form? Because right now, because United's, who else have you got on your team that scored over 10 goals this season?
I think you're looking at that wrong.
No, that's the point. So Rashford's taken all the limelight. Once you get players like Arsenal have Saka, Martinelli, Ødegaard, different players, those goals will go down.
I don't reckon they will.
No, they will, because the reason is the goals will be more shared around. Okay. And then his overall numbers aren't that amazing.
Craig, why do you think he's got it wrong?
I think the better players he's surrounded by, the better he's going to become.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely going to be the case with Marcus Rashford. He's somebody.
Sorry, go on.
He's somebody who's massively impressed me this season. I did not see this comeback from Marcus Rashford coming. I thought his career was going to kind of fade away a little bit. But he looks hungry. He looks really good, and he looks like he's not afraid of taking on this leadership role, like of taking the mantle and carrying the team.
He's
forward.
becoming Mr. Manchester United.
He really is,
and that was the thing. I literally wrote. I seen him against Newcastle at St James's. The man tried to cross a ball. It was one of the most laughable things I've seen. I thought, what the fuck has happened to you? And yet this season, it's like, give me the ball. I'm going to win this game.
Is what
the amount of
confidence
games he's won single-handedly for Ten Hag, that's why I'm like, you rely on this lad a lot.
Listen, his confidence does crazy things to players.
Yeah.
I saw it at Arsenal with Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey in 13-14 was amazing.
I remember.
Confidence. Rashford's form is reliant right now on confidence. Is it his ability? He has ability, by the way. But we'll see right now. We'll see right now if he can sustain the goal scoring.
Nah, do you know what? I get the point.
I want Babs to nail this down before we move on. You guys, just how good is Marcus Rashford? If we were to compare him to some of the previous Premier League footballers, and Babs is you do profiles, that's your thing. You know football, man. Where would you place him?
I think Rashford's ceiling is high. Right, it's high, but I don't think he'll ever be the best in his position because I believe nowadays you've got robots coming through that are great at everything.
You're talking about an Erling Haaland.
But you look at the winger Chelsea just signed Mudryk. Mudryk's a robot. You'll see it in a year. He's a robot.
So you think Mudryk's going to go on and do better?
Rashford's super. I believe so.
What's Rashford lacking then?
Rashford's superpower is his ball striking. He's so clean at striking the ball. That's why he scores long shots, right?
He's got pace.
But his dribbling actually isn't as good as you think it is. And look, this is because I rely on numbers a lot. That's why I do, right? So it's my perspective is Rashford's his numbers are actually pretty unsustainable. And I've compared him yesterday to my brother Oli. He's a United fan, and I was gonna keep it inside, and it's gonna be controversial. Gerard Bowen last season had 12 goals and 12 assists. His goal scoring numbers were amazing. The rest of his numbers are pretty bang average. It's kind of very slowly similar to Rashford's numbers in the sense of his goal scoring numbers fantastic, but his passing, his dribbling numbers aren't amazing. They aren't. But what he'll do, he'll have the one moment in a game where it will stand out and it will skew the narrative. He will have a stinky game, Rashford, for example, not all the time, but sometimes, and he'll score one goal and everything is amazing.
You've just described Haaland.
No, Haaland's different. Haaland is a goal scorer. Rashford's a wide forward. As a wide forward, you want more from your wide forwards. Rashford's been amazing, by the way. He can prove it wrong.
I think Craig's point was not about positioning, but in terms of he saves the day.
Yeah, you want that player. You want that clutch player to be there to save.
If Rashford's a goal scorer, if that's his goal, to just be a goal scorer, amazing. But as a wide forward, what you've got, actually Arsenal right now, Saka, Martinelli, they do more than just goal scoring. They provide as well. Saka's got, I think now, 8 goals, 8 assists. So this guy does both of those things. And I think, who would you say is the better player, Bukayo Saka or Marcus Rashford?
I mean, I think we have to be fair to Saka in this, is that the ages are different, right?
Exactly.
Saka's a younger guy.
And yet he's competing.
If trajectory was a thing, I'd probably imagine Saka would have the better career.
But even right now, how many goals and assists does Rashford have in the Premier League?
Rashford right now has 12 goals, 3 assists, I think.
Saka has 8 goals, 8 assists. So look, I think what it is perspective. I like Rashford as a player. Some people love Rashford as a player. It's like Ronaldo and Messi, right? Ronaldo had the moments, Messi had like the overall game. That's why I've always rated Messi over Ronaldo. Rashford's in that kind of he's not Ronaldo, but he will have great moments because he's that guy in the moments, but his overall game, I don't think is as good.
Right. This is what I want to say, right? And you've given us a beautiful analysis, and I love that perspective. Here's my perspective.
I feel like
No. This is the perspective I'm offering, yeah? And it might seem a bit clouty, I'm not going to lie. But when I was with the England squad, in 2018, I saw firsthand in the training sessions, and I know they're training sessions, but I saw the respect Marcus Rashford had from his peers, right? So for years when I was coming out of that in 2018, 2019, and I was saying to my friends who were dissing Rashford around me constantly, Man United fans and other fans, oh, he's rubbish, he's not good. I was like, no, he's good. They're like, oh, wow, why do you think he's good? I'm like, no, trust me, he's good. I've seen the things he's doing there, and I've seen the way that other players respect him. Players that are older than him, better than him at the time, respect him. And he was always billed as a bit of a wonder kid anyway. I think what we're seeing here from Rashford is just what he was supposed to do. It's come maybe a bit later than we expected, but that's also because he's played
under...
under...
How do we explain the blip then, Craig?
Various different managers.
Because that blip was horrendous.
Oh, wait, hold on. Before we get to that, we got to look at Manchester United as a whole, as the club. The club's been unstable, all right? We've seen him under Jose Mourinho. We've seen him under David Moyes. We've seen him under Van Gaal. We've seen him under various managers.
Oli and Rangnick.
Who was that? What was his name again?
Rangnick.
Yeah, whoever he was, the little financial expert. That guy. I mean, he looked like a school teacher. Him. Like, he's been under various managers. Man United have been a very unstable club. They've been getting things wrong off the pitch, on the pitch. I just think now that he's got Ten Hag, who knows how to work with younger players, who has a clear footballing philosophy, and just looks like a good manager, and knows, like you said earlier, the way he dealt with Ronaldo in that whole situation, how to put his foot down and be beyond a good coach, be a manager. I think now this is the time he can thrive. Also, he's older now. He's got that experience, and he's ready to maybe take the mantle and put it on his back. Like you said, he's a Manchester guy through and through. He's come through the academy.
He's also a human, though. And I'm agreeing with you. But the thing I'm saying is the distractions that he had with the feeding the kids, the going up against the government, the speaking with Barack Obama, all this other stuff that he had. You know, he's only human as well at the end of the day. So we had lots of distractions.
Even COVID.
Yeah.
COVID, like, we forget that COVID. We forget that COVID, footballers are humans, like you said. COVID affected them as humans as well. That was not
COVID. Good point.
That wasn't a normal time in life to have. You know, we couldn't go outside. We were playing football without fans. There's just been so many different factors.
Can we put a number on it? Can we put it? Like, will Marcus Rashford be the biggest paid player in Premier League football?
I think that'd be ridiculous though if he was. After saying all of that,
because his agent knows. You paid Ronaldo $500,000 a game.
Yeah, but
we know you've got the money. You've just got rid of him. They're going to be like, we're coming for everything. Yeah.
And he brings the brands. He brings the corporate sponsor. Yeah.
He's child friendly as they come as well.
He is like literally Mr. Man United. I grew up here. I love the club. Every box is ticked. Yeah. Every box. And I'm playing well right now. The problem, I mean, I take your point, Babs, in terms of can this be sustainable? And that's the worry for Man United is if you do sign him on $500,000 a week, for example.
Is it the Rooney effect when he gets the 300K?
What if he gets that and then we see the
Salah effect?
Salah.
I was waiting for this to come up.
Well, what if he gets that kind of money and Man United are sitting there stuck with a 5-year contract, $500,000 a week with a player who reverts back to what we seen last year? I'm not saying it'll happen, but it was terrible.
$2 million a month. Wage bill. $2 million a month.
And United are trying to get rid of that wage bill.
That's when I say I think Rashford's a tremendous player, but in that aspect, he's not the best, so therefore he's overrated, in my opinion.
No, he's definitely not overrated.
I'm talking about in terms of wages. That's what it is. He's not that player. He isn't. He's a player.
Do you think we'll say that?
He will get that, though. He'll get the wages because he'll get that.
Is he a top 10 player in the league?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Right now he is.
No, he's not.
He's not top 10 player in the league right now.
Do you mean overall?
That's a really good
season?
point, though, Craig.
He's not a top 10 player in the league.
You don't reckon?
Who would you say?
He's not a top. I can think of 10 players better than him. Don't make me do that right now.
But
Salah's better than him. Kevin De Bruyne is better than him. Saka's an argument. Harry Kane's better than him. Haaland's better than him. There's lots of players that are better than him in the league. Are we? Am I lying here? I don't know. Like, what?
But the point of wages, and I guess that's it's the brand.
And I rate Rashford.
And that's why we're talking about we're not just saying does he tick the player box. We're talking about the whole thing, aren't we?
He brings it all. He brings it all to the table, and you can put his poster on your wall as a kid. Your mum will love him. The brand, everybody loves him.
There's going to be no recordings of Marcus Rashford coming out.
Yeah.
I seen him yesterday. The man bought more fucking balloons and roses for his girlfriend than I've seen in my fucking life. Yeah. It made me sick. Okay. No. Fair play, though.
We're failing. It's also safer for him right now to be at Man United than take the risk anyway of going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because that's still a risk. The grass might not be greener.
Yeah,
you PSG, you could go there or whatever. Yeah. Different league, different environment, different culture.
Also, Mbappe is going to look at you like, oh, you think you're big time, huh?
Yeah, you're on the bench.
It's a risk.
Mbappe will sub you.
Right. It's a financial leap if he goes to another club, if Man United don't give him what he wants. But career-wise, that could be a huge risk when you know you're playing for your boyhood club that you love, the fans love you, it's home, it's where you live, it's what you know. I think Man United need to be... Marcus Rashford, I want a young black brother to get money, but what I'm saying is...
Facts.
We got to be realistic here. If I'm Man United, I'm looking at it like we got to stand some ground and go, listen, we are Man United.
Just to be clear, Kevin De Bruyne is on 400 grand a week.
If you're Man United,
Kevin De Bruyne's ability, I think we all agree, is Kevin De Bruyne must be one of the best players we've ever seen in the Premier League.
If you're Man United,
he just did in this game.
If you're United now, you've got to be sitting back and doing exactly what Craig said. You've got to be reminding him of why he's lucky to be there. It's his home city.
It's Man United.
It's comfortable. You're getting well paid.
They'll both end up agreeing because of Manchester-born English player, Man United. He won't go anywhere, but he'll get a lot of money. He won't.